Tonight we will be playing Smite, Battleground of the Gods, a MOBA centered around the mythology of different religions, pretty much fighting together, such as Norse, such as Hebrew, Geb, Cupid, or Kali. Oddly enough, each of these are a different pantheon, I believe. Kali being Hindu, Hebrew being Chinese, Geb for the Egyptians, also is me, Odin, you guys know Odin, and freaking Cupid. Come on, no one wants Cupid here. Cupid is terrible, just terrible. Okay, so for the first video I'm gonna be playing Assault, because yeah, it's one of the simpler modes to get into and learn, since there's not a lot of objectives you need to do. I am going to go ahead and buy some magical defense with Stone of Gaia. That'll also increase my health per second with a passive of regenerating 2% of my missing health every 5 seconds, which is pretty good to have on Assault, since you're not allowed to return to base to heal, which, if you're not very good at conserving your mana or avoiding damage, you're gonna have a rough time with. Gonna finish off by buying some potions and heading into lane with my teammates. So over the match I will be showing off some of Geb's skills. His first skill being this, which will gain him movement speed. Once he's as big as he can get, he is immune to CC effects such as stuns, and he will knock away or slow enemies he hits while rolling. The ability is called Rollout. I had to check that because I wasn't completely sure. Didn't know if Geb was a Pokemon who knew Rollout. But since nothing's going on here, I'm just gonna roll out right into their team. And as you see, Serket just got knocked away. Fenrir used his ult on me, and I have died right away because yeah, things just honestly wasn't a smart thing for me to do, but I felt like kind of showing you what Rollout does. Could have waited, but didn't feel like it. So now we're going to use it again to try and get back into our lane faster. Let's see. Looking at our team, we honestly, we could have a better team comp, but this one isn't the worst we could have. I just used my ult, which stuns everyone around me, dealing a percentage of their maximum health as damage, which is it's useful in team fights for that small stun. Gonna use Shockwave right here on Fenrir and Kali, and use my personal shield. Personal shield is exactly as it sounds, just a shield that I can use on myself or allies to protect them from a certain amount of damage. And Shockwave will hit in a cone in front of me, kind of knocking up enemies or minions. Could do it to minions. There is Sobek. He has an ability that will make him lunge forward, grabbing gods. Fenrir's gonna ult me again because he's a big fat jerk. I mean, I don't know why the puppy doesn't like me. Just doesn't like rocks, apparently. Cupid just dropped his heart bomb. Well, not his heart bomb. I forget the name of the ability, but it heals, and if someone other than Cupid picks up said hearts, he will gain back some mana. So it's not that costly for him to use it, as long as he's not the one picking up the hearts. As you can see right now, they're being pretty cautious. They're just sitting under their tower. Not ideal since we don't have much range damage or poke. As far as ranged, we pretty much have to completely rely on Cupid and Hebois. Since, yeah, I have no range. I can hit things that are in my face. Okay, gonna personal shield on our Hebois and use our ult. Gonna roll out to at least try to do something here. Knock away Finner, I suppose. It's kind of hard to turn while you're using rollout. So it's not the hardest attack to dodge. Finner is ulting again, making him immune to any CC effects. Finner isn't bad for assault due to his ability to just grab everyone. I was gonna try to pick it up, but our Hebois got it, which is honestly better since as a Guardian I don't really make good use of kills. He's really low on health and probably gonna die soon. He also has 4 of our 10 kills. Pretty impressive. Let's see. Kali might decide to get greedy and attack someone. Possibly Hades. Both of them have decent engaging abilities. Just gotta keep an eye on them for now, while trying to clear out these minions. Use my shockwave to try and deal a little damage. And upgrade my personal shield. I find these types of matches incredibly boring simply because we're kind of just sitting here at a stalemate for a while until one team is either weak enough or strong enough to take out the other. I'm gonna use my ult and try to shield Cupid. I'm tanky, so I might get away. Nope. I was killed by Sobek. He dealt a good bit of damage with lurking in the waters, but most of the damage on me came from Hades' ult, Pillar of Agony, which, if you noticed, is a circular area around him that you will get sucked into and dealt tick damage by. Tick damage being kind of low points of damage that just hit you multiple times. So, gonna buy boots for cooldown reduction, and follow that by getting this, and buying an active, which is pretty recommended for assault. Gonna buy improved meditation, and just wait a second to get salvation. Now what salvation does is it will restore my mana as well as that of allies around me, also restoring a portion of their health. So it's pretty good to have here when you can't return to base to heal or gain mana. It's almost a must-have for assault if you want to outlast the other team. If you don't end up getting it, you are most likely to die or just be in a really bad spot. While I was down, they destroyed our first turret, which really sucks, since now they kind of have an advantage, seeing as we don't have a safe area nearby to retreat to if we need to. And they're still playing the waiting game, which is just annoying. Really don't like these types of matches. So while assault is fun, you will often end up doing things like this. Because I have nothing else to do, we're gonna have Geb tell a joke. I didn't really hear his joke, but you might have. I mean, if not, oh well. It probably wasn't that funny, to be honest. I ended up getting the kill on... I apparently got 2 kills, not exactly sure how I got the second one. And the first one was kinda stolen, which I don't want to try to do, unless I'm playing with certain people. Then I'll steal all their damn kills. I will make it a point to steal their kills. Let's see. Got the tower. We still have a few seconds before they all get up, so I guess I will knock Cirquette out of here if I can. We might be able to get the second tower. Looks like we will. They are all back up, though, and will probably be waiting under their Phoenix. Given how they've played so far, I can't imagine them getting very aggressive. Another thing about Assault is you want to know when to be passive or go on the offense. If you're too passive, you're likely to lose. But if you're too aggressive, that's just as bad. So you're gonna want to find a good in-between, which is sometimes difficult if you're new. Personally, I tend to be more aggressive than anything, which has been my downfall quite a bit. Such as I was aggressive in the beginning, which ended up giving them First Blood. And First Blood is... it could change the way lanes go, but it doesn't do much in Assault. And the way it changes the lanes is First Blood will give you a little bit of bonus gold to work with. So say if you're middle lane, which is 1v1 on Conquest, and you just happen to get First Blood on you, they will have extra gold and be able to have an early advantage on you in lane, which you never want. We're gonna purchase Hide of the Urchin. Gives us 45 physical and magical protection, 250 health and mana, and it has a stacking ability, giving us 2 extra magical and physical protection for each kill or assist we get. And it can stack up to 10 times, which is pretty good. This item's decent. I mean, there are items that are better, obviously, but this one isn't bad to have. And so we can give our teammates a little bit of help, we're gonna work on Sovereignty, which is a armor that will have an aura to it. And that aura will give our allies within 70 units of us 20 magical protection and 25 health per second. Which, it's a nice thing to do for them, since any health regen in Assault is something you want. They are still just being pussies, which annoys me. So I'm gonna roll out and see if I can knock any of them away. Sadly, Hades silenced me, knocking me out of my rollout before I got to the point where I was immune to CC effects. Hades is ulting our team. So right now, while most of them are around me, I'll do that. It doesn't deal much damage, but it's decent. Okay, most of them are dead. We're gonna try to hit Cirquette. Nope. She decided to use her ult on us, which if I ever play her, I will explain. She is one of the gods with some of the most mobility within the game currently, making her a little tricky to fight. Just a little bit, though. She's kind of weak. Our Kali is currently going for the kill, and while my team takes it down, I will go ahead and tank the Phoenix damage. Now, tanking towers and such is a risky idea, because as time goes on, the tower's damage against you will stack, and it will just over time do more damage. Like, while one attack may do 20, the next can do 30, and so on. tried to help out our teammate here. Sobek got kind of confused on who we wanted to go after. Sadly, our teammate died before my personal shield would have came up. Odin's not gonna go for the kill, then. Gonna shield Cupid, I guess. I wanted to shield Odin, but I messed up. Knock them out of here. My ult is back up, so I'm gonna use that real quick and just... damn, I died, sadly. But it gave me a good chance to finish purchasing Sovereignty. And next, I suppose I can get Void Stone, which is a decent item whether you're an offensive mage or a guardian, simply because it gives you both magical power and magical protection. It also reduces the magical protection of enemies near you by, let's see, 15, so you can do a little more damage to them if they have any magical protection items. So say if I wanted to play a mage like Hades in mid who has to get close up to enemies to do damage with his abilities, Void Stone would be a pretty good item. It's not so much a good item on mages who use range damage, simply because if you use range damage, it's usually not a good idea to get close to enemies. Ranged kits generally have a somewhat difficult time if you get up in their face. Hades is ulting us. I sadly shielded myself and not my teammate, so instead I'm going to quick use an ult here. Maybe I can kill Finner, I don't know. He got knocked away. Sadly, I fucked up there, but I have high armor, so I'm not too worried here. They're just gonna sit here, which is fine. My teammates will come in eventually. Finver ended up having some kind of bad timing. It looks like he decided to run away. Cupid just got the kill on him and I knocked away Cirquet, but I'm kind of low on health. Odin's here now, so distracting them worked out. Now all my team is here and some of theirs are not. Kali is deciding to target me for a bit, which is a bad idea. You never want to target a tank if there are other enemies around, simply because those other enemies will most likely kill you while you're trying to take down the tank's health. Because, as it implies, their job is simply to take damage. So, yeah. Don't let them do their job. It's basically what happens there. Make them suck. Let them do nothing. I'm gonna see if I can get Cirquet. I kinda suck with Geb. I don't practice him very much. I'm getting attacked by the Titan, so I'm in pain. I'm gonna use my ult here to deal a little damage and see if I can run away. I could run away. Cupid managed to kill everyone, because actually Cupid's 11, 4, and 17. Cupid is just dominating. Odin is allowing us to know he needs healing, but sadly, our only heal is still Cupid, and it's not a very good heal. So we're gonna kill the Titan here, and that is game. It's pretty good that we managed to end our first match on a win, 36-20. Not bad, not bad. They were doing a little better early on, but due to their non-aggressive play style, they ended up losing. They also chose to target the wrong people in a fight, such as when they would attack me. That's a bad idea. Since I have the most defense on my team, we're gonna go ahead and say GG. And let's go ahead and look at the stats. I managed to deal 10,000 player damage, which isn't bad considering the role I was playing. and I took 20,000, which is the most in game by 1,000. Hades coming in second. Okay, thank you for watching. Let me know if there are any gods you'd like to see me play, and I will at least attempt to showcase them. Peace.